Good morning, friends! It is Amy Esther here, and today I wanted to share with you how to be a morning person. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Amy Esther and I have several chronic illnesses. If you've been here before, you know all that, but if you have not, head over to my channel. You can look at all my videos. I have POTS, SIBO, endometriosis, PCOS. Okay, there's a lot of them. I'm not going to list them all. You can look at the links below and see all the things about my chronic illnesses, but I make videos about my life with chronic illness, and I am a morning person. Even though I have chronic fatigue and chronic pain, I still wake up early every day, and I've kind of just taught myself to be a morning person, so I wanted to share my tips with you. So the first thing that you want to do to be a morning person is to pick a wake-up time. Now, make sure you are picking this time during the middle of the day when you have your higher brain on, which is your brain that makes logical, good decisions. Do not make this decision in the morning when you're tired and you don't want to wake up. So choose a time that you really want to wake up at. We're going to use the example of 5:30 a.m. as our ideal wake up time because that is my ideal wake up time and what I have been working on getting myself to wake up at. So here are some of the ways that I have been able to get myself to wake up at 5:30. So first, I set my alarm for 5:30 a.m. Now I would recommend getting some kind of a Fitbit watch or an activity watch that vibrates rather than this big loud sound on your phone, because it's a lot harder to wake up when you are just jarred awake really fast. But something like a vibration or one of those dim light things that light up your room, something like that slowly wakes you up rather than just like jarring you, freaking you out awake, because I never want to get up in that case and it just makes me feel more tired. But I feel almost like I'm waking up on my own when I have my watch do it for me and it just vibrates. It just kind of like gently wakes me up. And then you want to make sure you wake up at that time every single day. Do not let yourself sleep in on the weekends. That is the most important thing, is that you are so consistent with that wake up time. You have to train your body to wake up at that time. Now I usually wake up even without my watch. In fact, I don't even use it anymore because my body just naturally wakes up at that time, but it's only because I wake up at that time every single day. I don't let myself sleep in on the weekends, or if I had a bad night, I don't let myself sleep in. So in order to wake up early, there's a few things you want to do the night before. So before you go to bed, make sure you have a set bedtime. Now you decide your bedtime based on how many hours of sleep you want. So for me, I like to get 8 hours of sleep, so I go to bed at 9:30 because that's exactly 8 hours until I wake up. Now, that does not mean that I turn off the TV at 9:30 and I come roll into bed. This is something that I've had to work at, and I've been working at especially recently, is not looking at screens right before bed. So try to give yourself at least a half hour, but ideally an hour before bed, where you are not looking at any screens. And especially don't look at any screens in your bed. I have heard people say not to do anything except sleep in your bed, but I actually find that reading before bed or journaling before bed really helps me. So those are two of my other tips, is to read or journal before bed rather than getting on your phone. Don't read on your phone, but read an actual book and journal. Write down all your thoughts and start getting ready for bed a little bit earlier. So I say that 9 o'clock is my bedtime in my brain. I kind of tell myself it's 9 o'clock so that at 9 o'clock is when I'm getting ready for bed. I'm brushing my teeth, I'm doing all those things. Then I'm in bed a little after 9 and I have some time to read and journal before I actually go to sleep. Another thing not to do before bed is to have sugar, caffeine, or a high carb meal or any big meal right before bed, because that makes it a lot harder to sleep. And if you're gonna wake up early, you definitely want to get that sleep at night. And those first few nights, you are not going to be able to fall asleep because you may be used to going to bed at 11, or I don't know what time people go to bed. I've always kind of been an early to bed person, but maybe you go to bed at 11 and you just need to train your body to go to bed at 9:30 instead. It's going to take a while. You might lay in bed the first few weeks. So I would try to give yourself at least 2 weeks on this schedule. And while you are doing this 2-week adult sleep training, I guess you would call it, you will definitely want to avoid naps, because if you nap, then it's going to be harder for you to sleep that night. Even though you're tired, it will just totally throw you off if you take a nap. So make sure you stick to your schedule, be in bed at the time you say you're going to be in bed, be out of bed the time you say you're going to be out of bed. So after you've done those night things, you're going to sleep through the night, and at 5:30 a.m. or whatever time you choose, you are going to wake up to your light little alarm, and the first thing you want to do is get up and move. So I like to get up and go into the other room. I don't like to do anything too strenuous in the morning because I have POTS, which causes me a lot of sickness in the morning. I don't feel very good. And so I don't like exercise first thing in the morning. If that's something that you can do, totally, that would definitely wake you up, but I just can't do that. And so I get up and move. I'd move into the other room and I turn on a light, because light is what tells your body that it's daytime and that you need to be awake. So make sure the first thing you do is turn on some lights. My daughter and my husband are usually still sleeping, and so I will go out in the other room and be by myself where I can turn on lights, or I will just like turn on the light on my phone and read or something, but I just need to have some kind of a light on so that it tells my body that it is daytime. And the first thing you want to do when you wake up is drink a big glass of water, because this gets your digestive system going and it gets all of your autonomic functions moving so that your body knows that it is daytime and that it's time to get moving and get stuff rolling. And that is about it. Those are all the things that I have done to teach myself to be a morning person. Definitely the best advice I can give you is to stick to your schedule, because if you stick to that schedule, your body will soon get used to it and you will no longer feel the need to sleep in, and you will no longer be super awake at night. So try those tips for me. Let me know in the comments below if they work for you, or if you have any other tips for me or anyone else watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.